Some days, I don't even know what I'm running from. All I know is, if I stop moving, I might drown in the noise.
Yes, guys, we're at a beautiful beach, Bali. We're about to do my morning runs. So now, Evgeny, the coach you haven't met yet, he suggested I do 2 runs a week. So we run down there, run back. It's so funny because 3 years ago when I first came to Bali, I lived on this exact road. And I remember I was running down this road and it was hard. And now, a few years later, I run there, all the way to there and then back. It just shows about the hard work, progress, you know what I mean? That never compare your day 1 to someone's day 100. If you keep sticking to it, you're just gonna keep getting better and better. We all know that running is a big part of boxing, especially for someone like me who's a big heavyweight. So I've had to make sure that conditioning isn't an issue, especially in the last fight, Qatar, when I got ill. So I was good to go 8 rounds, but you're gonna keep improving, keep getting better. Just morning runs, like, you know what, at first it's easy to just not do them, but I don't need anything to get motivated. I just do it. Do you know what I mean? Most of these times I think people think that I wake up in the morning, oh, I'm excited to do a morning run. No one's excited to do a morning run, but we do what we've got to do. You know, discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. And you know what, one of the things I like about runs is that when you first start, you have all these thoughts in your head, all these demons that you're fighting. You're tired, your legs are hurting, stop, you can't do anymore. And you just keep going through it. And then after a while, you stop hearing those thoughts anymore. You know, it's just like life. You know, when you're trying to do something new, or like your mind is gonna be your worst enemy. I know it's been my worst enemy for me for a while, so stay focused, keep doing it anyways, and don't think that anyone that's doing all these new things, no one that's doing anything challenging does it without thoughts in their head, without fighting demons. Sometimes it's not even the run itself that makes you stronger. It's the fight in your mind.
From American football to reality TV, life took an unexpected turn. But now I'm on a new battlefield, pushing my limits, chasing the fight of my life to become a pro boxer. This is my journey. This is made for more.
Hey, bro, I need you to get back in that mode again. That mode where nothing can take you off your pivot. You just putting in that work every single day. See, that version of you is different. You got to tap back into it. Don't be out here playing with your potential, because you one of them ones, bro. You special. And you weren't meant to be a person that could have been the one. You are the one. So I need you to get back moving like it before it's too late. Look, one thing I want you to promise me is that no matter how long it takes, keep going. No matter how much it hurts, keep going. See, you was placed on this earth for a reason. You weren't meant to be average. You were meant to excel. You gotta understand that this grind is meant to make you who you're supposed to be, a dog. A little grind ain't never hurt nobody. Stop being soft. Let's embrace it. If you go through that fire, you're gonna come out real cold.
One good day where you eat clean, you drink a lot of water, and you, like you did. You got that day, you woke up, you put your shoes on, you went for a run, you worked out in your driveway. You got a good day in. That's sometimes all you need to do and decide, this is what I do from now on. I have good days. Tomorrow's going to be another good day. And then I'm going to force myself into another good day. And the next thing you know, I've got some momentum.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be?
I don't run just for fitness. I run because after Qatar, my head was messy. There's something about it when I'm out here, running by the fields, hearing the wind, listening to those motivational speeches in my ears. It resets me. It's like everything slows down, and suddenly I believe in tomorrow again. Like maybe I'm going to make it. Maybe the version of me I'm chasing isn't so far away. The endorphins kick in, the noise quiets, the pressure fades, and for a moment, I feel free. That's why I run. Not to escape life, but to remember I'm still alive, and I've still got work to do.
If you want it bad enough, you find a way. If you don't want it bad enough, you find an excuse.
You have to want it. You have to want to be better.
Show up. Don't worry about anything else. Just show up. Eventually, you'll catch on. Just go down there. Go down there.
Confidence and fear both require believing in something that hasn't happened yet. At a certain point, you have to consider that you're choosing to be afraid.
Like, you have no f***ing idea how great you really are. Because you are using such minimal of what you have.
If you guys don't start believing in yourselves, your life will be nothing for anyone to ever follow or want. You have to believe what you're doing is making a difference. Because if
you will realize that the desire to rest was just weakness. It was just the desire to take the path of least resistance, the downhill path, the easy path.
It's important that we celebrate our wins. We celebrate our lives because it causes us to want the next bite. It keeps us hungrier, not the reverse.
No matter how big your dreams, you're gonna die. Everyone will move on. Do what you want. It sucks to not be liked, but it sucks more to not be yourself.
All about sacrifice. All about. People talk about discipline, but sometimes discipline is not enough. No, all about sacrifice.
But if you could just find a thing and work hard at that thing, you'll realize through that thing that you can get good at anything with time and effort.
The ambition comes from seeing what's out there that can be obtained. You know, when you see what's out there.
Once my mind said, you know what, let's not do this today. I said, well, and since my mind went there, I redirected it and said, just for having that weak thought, we're gonna be on here for a while.
You don't get discipline from an external source. You have to get it from you. That's what self-discipline is. You get it from yourself. You get it from you.
You can barely decide to take any action at all and peel your eyes away from your phone for just a moment. It's so much easier to beat everyone else because most people are overweight, they're distracted, they're poor, they have so few skills because it has never been easier to start a business, to make money, to get in shape. It's just also never been easier to do nothing.
The hard part is getting up that hill, and especially if you got a dad you're hiding from, especially if you feel like you're a loser, or you never really had anything in your life that you could look back on and say, hey, I was really good at that. You know, and there's a lot of people out there listening to this. There's so many people that are in that starting point. Like the people that come up to you and say, I don't know what to do. What should I do? How do I do it?
Yeah.
How do I get going? But you're gonna have to figure it out, one foot in front of the other.
Because I just saw my guy in his space and I saw how happy he is with the success that he has. I don't wanna be you or beat you. I wanna take this energy and apply it to myself.
And then the spark is born. And no matter what happens, I'm never gonna be in this boat again. And you get up and you go, even if it gets knocked down, you just keep going, you're a wild man. And life has never been so sweet.
You have to take great pleasure in the fact that no one wants to be where the f you're at right now. Great pleasure in that. And what makes, you know, it has to bring a passion out of you. It has to bring something very, very weird out of you, man. Like, you know, people don't really understand what that is. When you're in the worst environment possible, the worst situation possible, and everybody's looking like, God, man, I hope this ends. And you see that. Time slows down and you see that. You're feeling that. Everybody has that look on their face like, God, this gotta go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Until you shut up and do the thing. And that is 100% what you need right there. Sometimes, when the motivation isn't high enough, your intention takes you here, you breathe in, breathe out, find that part of you that's Russian or Irish or Nigerian or whatever the fuck it is, that old shit, and go, fuck this, let's do this. Let's go. No logic, no reason, no like, oh, but this is true meaning, just fuck do it.
1 and 6 doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do when you 1 and 6. What the man you will fight for. Give everything you got today, not because of the scoreboard, but because when this game ends, you have a brother to call for life, knowing you gave everything you had. That's why you play as a Raven. That's why you fight as a Raven. That's why no matter what nobody on the outside says, fight your fight. David found a way to fight his fight.
That kind of recognition that tomorrow's not promised, you know, and just getting shaken out of thinking that you're gonna have, you know, tomorrow.
That general ambition gives you anxiety, specific ambition gives you direction. There is nothing more anxiety-inducing than I want to be better, and I don't know what at, and I don't know how.
Because no matter how much you improve, no matter how much you change who you are, it's not permanent. You'll just wake up and say, oh my God, man, you're David Goggins, you break records, you do this, you do that. People want to know, how are you able to just be so hard? I never turned the thing off. Because once it turns off, I go right back to the David Goggins that is. And that's the guy that I'm constantly fighting every day.
And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
The world becomes your library to help you improve your craft, better your craft.
Yes, indeed.
We're gonna die, right? Eventually we're gonna die, but our legacy can live on. The impact can be non-perishable, forever, but it's gotta be built right. And we gotta take advantage of the time we have right now.
I came back to Bali to rebuild, but rebuilding isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just quiet miles, silent battles, and choosing yourself again, one step at a time. This road don't care how you feel. It doesn't wait for your excuses. It just gives you two choices. Keep going or turn back.